Infidelity runs in families. On average, people whose parents cheated are more likely to cheat themselves. And there are twin studies that suggest this is partially heritable, right? Infidelity is partially genetic. I'm not saying it's entirely so. And this might sound quite crazy. It might sound fairly crazy to think, like, how could a behavior be, passed down through genes, right? Think about, something much more low level. Like, I think we would all admit that there's some small genetic propensity for something like risk-taking. It's kind of a trait that vaguely exists in the ether. Some people are much more brave and foolish, and some people are much more shy and careful and prudent, right? So that would be one of many factors that would contribute to your probability of infidelity. And so what they find is that if you compare fraternal twins with identical twins, so twins who share 50% versus 100% of their DNA, it's quite sophisticated math, but you can try and calculate, how much does that extra 50% of DNA add to our predictive power? And what we find is that in women, at least in one study, about 38% of the variance in infidelity was genetic. So, environment, those things matter, but genetics also matter. And it was mostly genetic in men, about 64%. But that's just one study and one population. Heritability can vary quite a bit depending on where you take it, but there have been some studies in this. I would say that it's partially genetic, partially environmental, but your family can have an influence in more ways than one.